Good morning everyone and welcome back to the Two-Headed Wolf gaming channel as we are continuing our gameplay through Victoria Free, playing as Japanese at the Japanese shogunate, working towards creating the Japanese empire. And there's still some work to be done. Right now we're trying to enact some policies that would remove some power and or some clout from the Japanese shogunate, just so we can reform our government and make sure that we're getting closer and closer to bring ourselves the future, bring ourselves an open market, which at this moment seems to be the most important one, as far as I feel it. Let's see, what else do we have here? The munition industry. Japanese shogunate has researched percussion cap, and we are making munition plants. Definitely want to go in that direction. The atmospheric engine. Building is coal, iron, sulfur, or lead. Building is level 3 or higher, and we need an atmospheric engine. Let's take a look at technologies like atmospheric engine. We're researching it now actually. We just need our mines to be level 3 or higher. Now we're building our ports in Micronesia. Hopefully this will bring them closer to us, will give them access to the Japanese market. I'm really hoping that that is the case, because otherwise I do not know exactly how to make them connected. Incorporating them will take 20 years because they have nothing in common with the cultures within the Japanese shogunate, okay? Let's see. Let's see, what does it say here. You can connect Tonga to the Japanese market by increasing infrastructure, which can be done by building buildings that provide infrastructure like ports or railroads, or by using the road maintenance decree. Okay, so that's what we need. So we're on the right path here, trying to expand. We're stockpiling gold at this point. Your treasury is stockpiling gold beyond your capacity. Okay, increase your expenditures or reduce your income to balance your budget better. Stockpiling gold extracts money from your economy and pop at diminishing turns, leading to the reduction in wealth over time. So we're getting a reduction in wealth here over time. On one side we could go lower on taxes. We could give more approval to some of the other people. It's quite a high economy there. I mean, I know we don't need it for long. At some point, like now, if we start making line infantry, that should really take away from our economy. So it's only temporarily what we're doing now. Let me think about it. How far are we from making a munitions factory or something? Well, quite far away. Let me bring it up here. Let's construct the port first, and then we'll do the arms industry. And I am going to go down in taxes. Like we're losing a bit of money here, but if we're reducing our taxes, less radicals will form by a 10%. We get more legitimacy. We get very little from income tax rate and consumption tax rate. Okay, so this is good for us. We don't need to remove our wealth or anything. Industrial barriers. Factories in Kyushu are refusing to hire Micronesian people, owing to their status as second-class citizen in the Japanese shogunate. I know, us businessmen have a reputation for only caring about the bottom line. That may be true for some, but the way I see it, any venture must be built on a strong foundation of values. The Micronesians don't understand those values. How could they? Those are our values. So, all hands are needed to build the future. The Buddhist monks would not like that, and these are jobs just for the Japanese. Now let's just, I don't care if we're making some people angry. Okay, that is one law installed right now. We have now professional army, which is great. This is going to reduce part of the power from the shogunate. and is going to increase it to the samurai, which I'm okay with. Next one, he gained even more power because he's a demagogue too. Major generals, commodore, monarchy, hereditary bureaucrats, and serfdom, and the local police force. The local police force, if I go to dedicated, it would take some luck to actually enact it. State religion, I do not want to do this yet because it would disallow multiple production methods, which I think that means that if when we wanna do a change here, for example, we would have to go with all of our factories to the next level. Do we have a dye factory? Because for the textile mills we could increase production quite well here by raising these prices. Let's do it now. For the furniture we can give lattice, which would increase the price overall to the tools, but it will still have a positive effect. We're not producing lead at this moment, so I can't replace that in the glass works. I do want more tools though, even though it costs us more iron. Let's try to balance these out. It might be going a bit too crazy here, but we'll see. A gas street light definitely would provide us with more cash overall, but still increase some of those costs. In the Arts Academy right now we have traditional patronage, aristocrats and academics, and we have traditional art, which has quite a good price. Okay, over here, secular administration, getting more bureaucrats, or bureaucrats and clergymen. I guess we'll leave bureaucrats and clergymen. In these other areas, simple fishing or fishing trolleys, but it would raise quite high the price of the clippers. We need to be producing more of them before we could make such big changes. As far as barracks go, we'll get there soon. So we're building now a munition factory. Okay. One of these regions has just managed to construct a port and it's not isolated anymore. Couldn't fully hire because there's not enough clerks. But that is okay. I mean, at this moment they have access to the market, which is a good idea. Let's make sure then that we're building ports in all of these regions as the first idea. And I feel like after all of these, because we have money, we're gonna construct a few more of these sectors, the construction sectors, and I'm going to construct one in Shikoku and one in Chugoku. We can do a bit more, I feel, over here. I decided that we're not gonna expand into these areas. Once again, I do not know exactly what is the best thing to do, but I feel like it will make too many problems. If I attack, Russia and Great Britain will get involved, okay? If we're going for the defensive pact, he doesn't want to do defensive pact at this point. Tributary, an alliance, definitely not. We're already at max relations there. I could do a rivalry over here in Korea, which would provide us with more influence, but we don't need it right now. Now, if I go to liberate subject, Great Britain and Russia might be involved. We do not know exactly where do they want to station themselves. But let's make sure that since they are around here, we are going to try to please the British. Like, look at that. Look at how big their cities are. Okay. We'll go here. Diplomacy. And let's see if we could begin to improve relations. I think there is a problem with improving relations as well, because once we, I think they have more influence if we have good relations when we're gonna open them, when we're going to open ourselves to the world. Urbanized Japanese shogunate, at least 75% of all eligible Japanese states, so it's these main ones. 11.11 right now have an urban center greater or equal to 5, okay, and any Japanese state is an incorporated state. Any building is urban center, and it's equal to 10 levels. So we need a level 10 city. We have here a level 7, I believe, right? An urban center. Where here it is. It is a 5, 3 and a 2. So we need this to be at level 10, for example, and then we need this to be at least level 5. Okay. Well, what else do we have? Insufficient taxation, we know about that. Low market access, yeah, we know about that too. High price on the manowars. Did we build this in the end? We did not. I'm definitely looking forward to changing this. The price of iron has gone up again, and it's gonna go up even further now that we'll have a weapon making business, so we're gonna prioritize the iron mines. But once we have a reason to have those goods, this should be going fairly well. Okay, so now we have a weapon making industry, meaning that we can start working, yeah, from no price, we can start working on some troops. And let's see, where do we want to start? We'll do line infantry over here. And we shall see, it's gonna cost some money, as you can tell, to go in this direction. The duel. Kazushige Kuroda has challenged Hidetatsu Egawa to a duel to the death. The aura surrounding their two figures is something like out of a romantic novel. Hidetatsu Egawa smiles. He has been rehearsing this moment before falling asleep. Kazushige Kuroda, you are a foolish fool. Your insults cannot go unanswered. Pick a weapon of your choice and we shall meet tomorrow. I mean, they're samurai. What do you think that they'll pick? So he's an industrialist, with a moderate industrialist, and we have a general here. That's part of the shogunate. He's disliked. He's a bandit, an experienced defensive strategist, and innovative. And he's just a commander, so surprise maneuver chance. We can stop it. We can let them fight, or we should ban dueling, which will reduce our approval from the shogunate and increase it with the intelligentsia. I mean, At this point, we'll let them fight. Taking out a general wouldn't necessarily be bad. Hidetatsu Egawa died, so the leader of the shogunate has died, which should reduce their influence, but hopefully I can get over here. Because now I need to add another general in order to have someone lead those regulars. So with that in mind, we're gonna go to military and we're gonna recruit a general over here. And we have 2 from the samurai, which are great. A tactful reduces morale damage, increases defense, okay. Open terrain commander and a pillager. Cautious, a pillager and a woodland combat expert. If we were to fight in Korea, what type of lands would we have? So these look like plains. We have a few jungles and there's a bit of everything. Let's pick this guy up. Though he will command only 16 troops, he is better at commanding more troops. And I am going to bring him. Atmospheric engine has been unlocked, that is good. Let's take a look at the journal. And atmospheric engine, we just need buildings to be at level 3. Okay, well, we're gonna make iron at level 3 then. Let's go to buildings and make sure that everything up here is on the road to upgrade. What next are we going to do? Canneries is interesting. I could go for water tube boiler, it would be interesting as well. Though the nitroglycerin for more resources would be useful. Let's get percussion caps to start making some munition. Now I'm imagining that pretty soon we'll be working on the war, so we'll see. If I take a look at the government, subjugation refused. From whom? Lippe refused to become the protectorate of Russia. Okay. Now, their power is at 42.5. Of course, they still have a lot of power, but things might be changing soon. The local police force. If I go for the dedicated police, I really feel like it's better here. Can't change hereditary bureaucrats. Why? Not part of our laws. I would need bureaucracy in order to do that. Is that what it is? Is there something here? Let's see. Postal savings, central archives. Unlock standardized filing system for government administration method. Okay. Yes, we need a few more research, a little bit more research for that. Can't remove this yet. Let's go for trying to get this one, the dedicated police force. Has a lot of support except for the shogunate. Let's see how this makes them feel. Well, they are happy, still happy, and that is good. If you pick a law that they hate, they might really go into the opposition. So if you have maybe a supporter, a leader of this faction of the shogunate, and you pick a law that you want to enact a law that they absolutely hate, for example, abolishing the monarchy, they will turn to the opposition. They will leave your party without you having any control over it. The industrialists are now getting to a point where they will become influential, so they're about to join our party. Gold depleted in Tasmania. Okay. The price of iron has gone down. The price of weapons have gone down as well. We have one more battalion in the reserve. Let's see, shall we go to the next level? I feel like we could start doing this, and I feel like at this point we can go back to our taxes, because now, as we are starting to upgrade our troops, you can see that we're starting to lose good money. Which is good, at least we're doing something right. Let's see supply and demand. They need more service. There is still a desire or a need for clothes and furniture, but it's starting to look better. I'm not using enough fabric. We need more luxury goods apparently. Let's see, what is our demand for luxury clothes and luxury furniture? For luxury furniture it's at minus 25, it's a huge increase in price there. And the luxury clothes at minus 78. Okay, so definitely need to develop I feel like expanding is the better idea here. And then I'm going to go to the furniture and I'll say the same, right? We're expanding both types of businesses here. Law advancement. Dedicated police force has fared poorly in public debates, decreasing the enactment success by 10%. Okay, it's a bit unfortunate. We are 14th in the world at this moment. Now if we're taking a look at the countries, apparently China is doing well. Egypt as well. Egypt is doing well. I guess it is a huge market, right? Two Sicily, Sweden, Netherlands, Spain and East India Company. Okay. We're good there with Russia. Getting better with Great Britain as well. Now I would really want to make sure that we are freeing them. Liberate or conquer. If I was to say that I would want to conquer one of these regions, at the start of the play we will face this enemy, Korea and the Great Qin. We believe that these countries may join either side or remain neutral. This would provide us with 27.5 infamy, because we are an unrecognized major power, but it would also reduce some because they are an unrecognized regional power. If I was to say liberate, at the start of the play we will face these enemies, okay, and we believe that these might join or remain neutral. Now, I'll wait just a bit longer. I feel like I need just a slight larger navy before I can do this play. How many ships, how many fleets does China have? They have 15 flotillas. Okay. Russian rivalry has been declared. France declared Russia to be their rival. The Russians... Okay. Great Britain improving relations. Okay, so they started improving relation with us as well. Cool. French-Russian rivalry has ended already. Great Britain have stopped improving our mutual relations, so they've changed really quickly there. The industrialists have gone down in popularity. It's a bit unfortunate, but what can you do? The good thing is that the Japanese shogunate seems to change a bit as well. Now bringing some of these people in seems to cause quite a problem, except if I bring in the peasants. How is their attitude? Now, they're not doing badly here. They're improving relations around a lot. China is improving relations with us as well. They have a trade agreement with Russia. They have a trade agreement with Russia. I doubt that they'll want to go to war, but we will see. Okay, we're still making money, but we're also using a lot of our goods. Okay, the atmospheric engine is almost there. We need to activate it in 75% of the building, okay. And we also need to research the railway. Will fail if Japanese shogunate has researched water tube boiler. So this is a very... I really need to get this going. So the water tube boiler, if someone else researches it, then we have a problem. We need to make this first. What are we researching right now? The percussion cap? Let's change it. Let's go to mechanical. I think this will stay like that, right? Yes. So we're gonna go with mechanical tools, and then we're gonna go with railways. We need to change some of these engines here. So atmospheric engine pump, it would increase the iron production, but it would decrease, or it would require more tools and coal, which is at a good price. Coal mines would be the next thing, so we can increase it and reduce some of those. Let's take a look at them. I am thinking right now that I am going to go with atmospheric engine pump, and I'm going to go with the same over here in our coal mines. Now we need to make sure that we need more iron. In our logging camps, we could definitely make more. Let's take a look at the market and see how are we doing on this type of hardwood. We're producing more than enough right now, even though we're making some weapons. Let's see, harvesting tools. We'll go urban, we'll go to this manufacturer. Okay, we're already doing it. Making market square seems like an interesting idea. Also going for the gaslight. Would need more coal, would need more engineers and stuff like that. Would tank the services. So I guess we'll just have to go one by one here. Try to get enough demand for coal while balancing the services. Okay, we need to wait here for a while. Dye works accident. Several workers died today at the Kyushu Dye Works when an industrial-sized tube of hot dye accidentally spilled out over the workshop floor and the unsuspected workers. Ooh. Locals are upset about the incident, claiming that the poor safety regulation in the hot and dangerous workplace are to blame for the accident and are urging the government to take action. As rescue workers left the scene, several workshop employees were left dying. Too many puns here. We shall all die sooner or later. That's not exactly. They shall not have died in vain. Trade unionists will gain some support for 5 years. Let's just say we shall all die sooner or later. We do not want trade unionists, at least not yet, within our country. The Japanese price for sugar has gone slightly up, but we have too much and we're not doing anything with it. in the rural area. We could definitely expand on the tool business. But maybe we should just leave it here for now, right? We need to construct at least 2 more of these construction sectors. The centers break ranks. To outside observers, the samurais may appear firmly committed to the idea of dedicated police force, but behind the facade, okay. Go by the same idea to, yeah. No, we want them to support these ideas. Starting to cost us quite a little money. Small arms apparently is expensive. Tonga is isolated. This support, let's see, how does it go? At this moment we're stalling. The shogunate is trying to stall this idea. Yeah, we're going to have to work at this, but at this point, what are we losing? We're not losing anything. We don't really need the support that much from the shogunate. We're making more clothes factory, which should reduce the price, which also increases the price for fabric. So far, so good. Chugoku. An earthquake has hit the state of Shikoku, not Chugoku, destroying buildings, injuring people, and even taking some lives. They get some devastation, but let's put some money in it to reduce it. It's temporarily expensive right now, but that is okay. It's okay to go down in some of these levels. Let's see. Someone is tired from political life because they've died. We could produce more meat, so that is an interesting idea. Let's take a look at our goods first, or our buildings, and we're gonna go to livestock, and we can go to butchering tools. But that would tank the price of meat. Maybe we can do only on one of them. Definitely, so now that is done, we're going to take a look here. Because of the spread, a peace treaty between Prussia and some of its neighbors, because of the spread, we're getting a research in the water tube boiler, which is unfortunate. And we can't do anything here. I'm hoping that we can research this and maybe we will finish. I wonder if we can finish railways quicker. This event will disappear. Will fail if Japanese shogunate has researched the water tube boiler. Take treaty port diplomatic play against Persia. So their interests are mostly here. Like, look at that. They're doing well. So far, so good. Now after this, let's make sure that we're... Actually, let's make the construction ports first. I'll have the textile mill and then I'll prioritize the construction sector. Yeah, definitely not going to finish the railway before... It's unfortunate, but apparently the spread of technology is gonna stop us from getting some events. But what can you do? Have 2 port connections here. Mechanical tools have been researched. Let's go to technology. Let's start on the railway. It's 27 months. This is 13 to 18 months, so definitely not helping us. But with a bit of railways, it's gonna be interesting to see what the future brings. We have a new event. The Shogun has taken a personal interest in the ongoing debate concerning the dedicated police force and have resolved to use his royal prerogative to ensure the law passes. Okay, the Shoguns will be done. Let's do that. Intelligentsia will be slightly unhappy with us for a while, but who cares? We're really working towards that law. We are now on medium taxes and we're losing money. What are we losing mostly for? Some additional expenses, military wages, goods from military buildings, government wages, and goods for government buildings, okay? And we need a bunch of construction goods. Now, of course, if we go down to irregular once again, we're gonna gain some of our cash. But we're spending a lot temporarily. Because we've had some problems, right? We sent some money in order to reduce devastation. Prominent members of the samurai, outspoken supporters of the dedicated police force and close allies of Jiro Shimamura, which is just a samurai, have been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. Once again, we are reducing our enactment success chance and popularity. Or throw them to the wolves and lose bureaucracy. Sure. Yeah, this is very difficult to enact, but hey, we're gonna keep going here for a while. If at some point it doesn't work anymore, then it doesn't work anymore and we're gonna stop it. See, we're definitely constructing faster, which also provides us with some penalties. Basically, we're consuming things quicker. I'm gonna work on expanding our luxury business, because since it has good prices, we might get some money from the businesses itself. They have some sort of a relation, they're improving a relation with Russia, which is very smart of them. I feel like increasing taxation is what my next move should be. The state of Tonga has some turmoil because of tax waste and migration attraction. Is that the one that I do not have? Yeah, I do not have in Tonga. Enough of a connection. What was meant to be a routine speech about the merits of dedicated, okay, has quickly devolved into public relation disasters for the samurai. This is not going well, right? Yeah, we're gonna stop it, because we're losing some power there. We need 158 and we have 145 prestige. Okay. As far as the government goes, we could try to bring in the industrialists. They are happy with that. They provide us with minus 10% production technology cost. It would cost us some legitimacy here and there. If we would remove the samurai, it's actually going to give us power. If I want to remove all of them, and bring in a new government formed by some kind of weird... Yeah. If we leave just the shogunate in, they would be super happy, so that's what that idea is. We're gonna keep the samurai, we're gonna bring in the industrialists because we want them in power as well. Becoming more influential within the industrialists and probably within the Buddhist monks would be a good idea as well. I can remove the samurai. And with that, we would stabilize things around a little bit. Now, let me take you a look at the laws. And if I look at the local police for dedicated, the samurai, the peasant, the intelligentsia, and the petite bourgeoisie would support it. National Guard is not helping us right now. Going for state religion, giving more power to the monks would not be a bad idea. It's just that I want to have more control. I really have to bring someone in here. And I feel like doing the industrialist right now is a good idea. So let's confirm. Losing some legitimacy, but let's give them some attention. With the recent investment in Kansai, the Rogo's industry for the fishing wharves. Okay, so who should get the credits? Let's do the industrialists once again. Continue to support their expansion within our government. 10 months, 9 to 12 months, so we don't know exactly. I see, so we can get between 13 and 39 from technological spread. Okay, we got minting or banking. A vast financial institution, the bank provides security for public and private interests and can become the centerpiece of a vast monetary network of investment loans and opportunities, thus reducing the loan interest rate but increasing the minting by 10%. Beautiful work. Let's take a look at this. So for the atmospheric engine, we need 75% of all of our buildings to use atmospheric engine. And let's take a look at the buildings with atmospheric engine. So we can make steel tools. Okay, so we can now start make a steel factory in order to expand there. We can do sulfide pulping, thus making a sulfur mine, which once again would increase our paper production. Okay, so where do... If I take a look, they have atmospheric. The iron mines right now are not pulling in a profit. I mean, every once in a while they go up and down, but they're not pulling a profit because the price of iron is very low. Let's go to urban. Let's take a look at the tools. Are we in the tool industry? Are we using pig iron? Yes. Okay. Who else could use some iron? Precision tools would improve the price of luxury there. But it's not great, mostly because these have to be cheaper in order to pull a profit. Okay. We don't want to tank that. I just need an idea to use iron. which is on one side expanding on the tools business. I don't think anything else uses iron right now. Right, so we will need to directly influence the production of tools, or if I go to construction, we could go for iron frame buildings. That would skyrocket the prices of iron. We need 300 supply. Then the focus for right now, it's just going to be our tools. Building, rural, no, urban. This one right here. So we're gonna expand this building twice. We're gonna go up here in the construction tab, and I am going to say I want you to be expanding the tools like yesterday. Ooh. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in Chugoku, starting that their undeniable inefficiencies should be immediately addressed. Okay, we should follow their advice. The upper strata becomes more radical, but we are getting now migration attraction to those areas. We should follow their advice. So Chugoku over here. It's almost time to start making some farms. Have more control over them. We need fabrics, could help. Let's go over here and let's take a look at cotton plantation, and we can make maybe 2 of them in Chugoku. Raising concerns. What is this? The intelligentsia have expressed their concern about government decision clearly favoring the interests of industrialists. The intelligentsia would lose some political strength, and we would lose some of their approval. Sure. I mean, we want as many industrialists in as we can. Or, you know, a good portion. We don't want them to over-represent anyone, but we want them to grow in strength. At this point, the shogunate still has a lot of power there. Serfdom. To abolish this, we would need to remove the shogunate. The samurai would be radicalized from this. They would really not like it. What else do we have here? Poor laws. Closed borders we have right now. Migration controls. Yes, discriminated pops disallowed from migrating. Okay. Or no migration controls. I mean, I don't think I care that much for right now. Traditionalism, we could go for agrarianism. Okay. But there we go. We have now opened ourselves because the industrials are part of our government. That's why we can throw in all of these new laws. But because they're part of our government, we can start going for this. They need support, but we can. Mercantilism unlocks the Merchants Guild for trade centers. These allow privately owned for trade centers. Okay. 15% to the tariffs on imports and 5% on tariffs on export. This is starting to look good, right? They're indifferent, mostly. There's some peasants that are against it. There's the industrialists that are for it, but that is it. Hey, we can't do free trade. The shogunate opposes this, and protectionism, once again the shogunate opposes this, but they don't oppose mercantilism. So I feel like that is our next move. And then maybe privately owned schools. and who knows what else. We can change a lot of things around here, but that will have to happen next time. Now, until then, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I hope that you like the direction in which Japan is going, and we'll see how far can we take it, and if we can soon become a great power and somehow unite this part of Asia. Until tomorrow, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and If you've enjoyed it, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel grow. And with that being said, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.